Welcome to Artie Lange's Halfway House. This is a very exciting time. It's a long time coming, this show. It's a long time coming, this show. I've been away for about 8 months. I was in jail for 2 months. I was in rehab for 3 months. And I was in the craziest halfway house with some of the craziest motherfuckers who I all love. I mean, I love every one of them. For about 3.5 months. And the premise of this show is going to be that, we're going to have halfway house type people here. Some people I was actually in the halfway house with, some people that belong in a halfway house. And one of those people that I do believe belongs in a halfway house, he's currently in a house in Staten Island with 10 depressed human beings. But he's also my co-host. He's going to be here every day, guys. Now, you asked for this. Fans of the Artie Lange Show and the Artie Quitter Podcast, this is one of your favorite people in the world. He's one of my favorite people in the entire world. He's going to be my co-host the entire time. And his name is, of course, the comedian, Staten Island's pride, Mike Bocchetti.
Thank you, Artie, first of all.
Mike is here. Mike, say hi.
I feel like crying like you read Lou Gehrig's speech.
I feel like crying as well. Yeah, now we're going to show a 2-hour documentary on who Lou Gehrig is.
No,
for the
people
younger
know him.
people.
Yankee fans definitely know him.
Yeah,
right?
but no one born after 1930 knows. But let me tell you something. I love you. You know this. I want to tell you this. You're one of my favorite human beings on the planet Earth.
Thank you, Artie.
Right?
I love you as well.
And the fact that you are my co-host means a lot to me.
Thank you. Because you know why? Your friends in life and in this business, like people that help you that you can't help back are your real friends in this.
People that say that again?
Like someone like yourself, right?
Right.
I can never repay you for this.
Absolutely not.
No.
I doubt that'll ever happen.
No, but no. I'm saying like what Norm would do years ago when he helped
Norm helped me out a lot.
Thing.
Yeah. I came right out of jail. I was in jail for a cocaine possession conviction and assault on a police officer in the mid-'90s, and Norm put me in a movie. Like 10 minutes after I got out of jail.
How did you meet him, though? You just met him in California?
Well, he saw me on Mad TV, and he was doing a movie, Dirty Work, and he needed somebody to be in the movie. And he said, hey, how about this guy? I had never met him before, so I screen tested. I auditioned for the film.
Whoa.
And then I promised him that I was off cocaine and I wasn't drinking and I could do the movie because we had to go to Toronto for 2 months. And then he said, that's great. This is the director, Bob Saget. And I met Saget. So right after my audition, it's looking like I'm going to get the movie. And then we go to a pool hall in Hollywood, and I get drunk. And in front of Saget and Norm, I buy cocaine from 3 Mexicans.
Oh, God.
Which was so after that I black out. They take me home back to my hotel at some point. I wake up and I go, I just ruined my life. And Norm called me up and said, hey man, I love losers. So and I think no one else was available.
Was he? But is he a drinking man himself or no?
I've known Norm 20 years, and I saw him drunk once in Phoenix.
Wow,
it was ugly.
That's not a lot.
But he doesn't drink. No, he's not. People always think he's fucked up, but he's just like got that drawl, that Canadian drawl, and he's just a great man. And so what you're saying is the way Norm saved my life, I've saved yours several times.
Several, more than once.
And there's no way you could pay me back.
No, unless I become a multimillionaire.
Well, try to pay me back right now because you're already having some physical issues. We're also on television.
Yes.
YouTube. Everybody's on fucking YouTube. But so people can see us. You know that.
I love that. People love us.
So your headphones are not on properly.
No, I fouled them up. I had them perfect before the show started, like everything else in life.
Well, just do me a favor. Just try to fix them because it's disconcerting. It's very simple. That's it. That's it.
Yes.
That took you like an hour.
One try, yeah.
Well, no, before it took you like an hour. Well, good. So I just want you to look your best.
I try my best.
Now, you have tattoos on your enormous forearms. Explain that to the audience. Because I want the audience to get to know you, Mike.
Oh, thanks.
We might have a new audience now. It might not be the...
we could have some young millennials.
I doubt it highly, but what I'm saying,
we will. People love you.
All right. Well, I mean, people. I had some Bruno Mars fans come out to my last stand-up.
The millennials know you. You're a king to them.
I met Bruno Mars in a bathroom once. Great hand job.
Is he an actor or comic? I'm horrible with that kind of stuff.
He's like a singer.
Okay,
he's
sorry.
neither. You don't know who Bruno Mars is? I mean, I don't follow the news either, but I know that. I mean, he's all over the place. He was at a halftime show.
Is he more famous than Afrojack, the guy you used to talk about all the time?
Afrojack? Who's that?
You mentioned him a while ago, a couple of years ago. Some guy like...
Oh, the guy who sang, I Want to Get High.
Yeah, some guy...
I was going to go to work, but then I got high.
Like $100,000 for like scratching on the keyboard or some shit.
I love that guy. No, you're talking about DJ Tiesto?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, no, I want the, but again, we might have a new audience here.
I think we will.
That's very important. By the way, my guests today, they're a little late. We're waiting for them. Two of my best friends in the world, my two brothers. On the first episode, we have Dave Attell and Russ Maneve.
Oh, nice. I love those guys.
Two of the funniest comedians ever, and two of my best friends. They may not show up, but if they don't, we have each other.
They'll be here. They love you.
Tomorrow on the show, Lenny Dykstra.
Oh, nice.
From the
86 Met.
86 Met, and then a Philly.
And now 91
and now he's a felon. He was a Philly, now he's a felon.
Well, things happen.
He's a Philadelphia felon.
Well,
he's on the Philadelphia felonies.
Yeah, but that's what. Oh, God. Yeah, but that's why pencils have erasers.
He's on the Philadelphia felonies.
Oh, no.
I love that.
Is he a big guy who can fight over?
He's like a small guy. He's a small guy. We did 2 podcasts with Lenny on my old podcast, and he's fucking amazing.
Oh, did he come on the TV show or called in?
No, he not on the TV show. He was on my podcast after we did the TV show.
I thought he called in.
My life goes in chapters, but yeah. Yeah, he's a Philadelphia felon now, but an amazing baseball player. And he, I was in the halfway house with a guy had 18 felonies on his jacket or his record, and he was hard of hearing and he couldn't see right. I used to call him Felon Keller.
How old was he, young guy?
He was like 68. And he's still like pushing 70 and still in the system.
He's still that's horrible.
Still fucked up. But yeah, okay, so Lenny will be in tomorrow, and Russ and Dave, when they get here, my two brothers, they're going to sit down and liven it up. But Mike, so because we have a new millennial crowd,
I love the millennials.
I want them to get to know you. Now, when we first sat down to do a test thing in the microphone, Mike was chewing gum.
Oh God!
Now, Mike, take a piece of gum. I just want to.
Starbucks is the best.
Yeah, he bought a $15 stick of gum at Starbucks. So we sit down to do it to test the microphones, and this is the first thing I hear.
I'm an idiot for paying $18.
Well, that's one of the reasons. So go ahead. Now so we're gonna test, and then I hear this in the mic. Go ahead. Do that a little louder into the microphone.
I'm just crunching on it.
That sounds like Richard Simmons is eating a gerbil he covered in Vaseline. That's the most disgusting.
It burns too. It sucks because it's burning. It's like I ate wasabi sauce. It's so hot.
Wait, now there's white shit on your mouth. You look like you just blew a guy. No, don't take it out. Don't take it out.
No, but it's so hot.
Wait, put it back. Put another piece of gum. Do you have it in still?
Yeah.
It looks like there's jizz all over your face.
I know.
How did that happen so quickly? You look like a clown.
I am a clown, really.
You look like a clown who just blew a midget or something. Just chew a little bit more and talk.
I think that I sound like, I don't know. It sounds weird, but I love it.
It sounds like you covered a mouse with mayonnaise and you're chewing on it. Now, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm going to swallow this because
wait a minute, Mike.
I swallowed this. Because what do you call it?
All right, we've been on for 5 minutes, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen so far. There's jizz all over your face.
Oh, fuck. I can't even see it, though.
The gum melted. How did the gum melt so quickly?
It happens to fat guys.
Do you know how to chew gum?
Yeah, I can walk at the same time.
It looks like you're gurgling jizz.
Oh.
By the way, our sponsors are happy right now. So, have you ever chewed gum before?
Well, actually, in Catholic school, I learned not to because the nuns put the gum on my nose. They fucking glued it on me. They glued it on me for chewing it.
Yeah, well, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would.
Did they must have beat the shit out of you in
I started
Catholic
off
school.
I started off life as a left-hander.
Yeah.
But they beat the left hand out of me.
That's not possible, Mike.
No, they did.
That's not medically possible. If you're a left-hander, you're a left-hander. You can't. Like, I'm a righty, and I tried to wipe my ass in jail once because I hurt my right arm. I tried to wipe my ass with my left hand, and I got my balance I fell off the toilet.
No, but
I hit my cellmate.
I was only 6. I was trying to write like this, and the nun went.
Why? You're not allowed to be lefty?
They didn't want left-handed people for some reason.
What if she did that to C.C. Sabathia? We wouldn't have the great Yankee now.
I know, but she also...
Wait, I don't understand. There's nothing in the Bible that says you can't be a lefty.
No, but they had all
I think
kinds of
Moses was a
nonsense.
lefty. He held the staff with his left hand.
Yeah, but she also shot some kid with a rubber book strap a couple of times.
Well, they were just criminals.
They were
the,
Nazis.
the nuns were just awful human beings, let's face it.
Yeah, but they kept people in line, though. That's the only
And
thing.
if the nuns were hotter, these priests wouldn't be fucking kids. If they could get some hot nuns, but what hot chick wants to be a nun?
There might be a few.
If they could get some hot...
Sally Fields is well, she's a flying.
Well,
nun.
that was a movie, though.
TV show.
She was the flying nun. Google flying nun if you're under
1966,
80.
I think.
If you're under 80. Yeah, well, she was that. That's in the. That's of course all the nuns are hot in the movies.
Is she still alive?
Sally Field. Yeah. You think you're gonna outlive Sally Field?
Maybe. I think
If she's dead, that means you outlived her. So I don't think that's possible. But no. So I'm saying if there were hot nuns, don't you think they wouldn't fuck as many boys?
Of course.
Did a priest ever come on to you?
No. I had the tough Irish priest where I lived.
Yeah, but they were fucking everybody.
No, but they were brutal, really brutal.
Do you think you were a good-looking kid? Like they thought you were ugly or
I was a
something?
fat kid. I made sure I stayed fat around them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So you need a priest who's a chubby chaser to bang you.
I mean, oh God, Father Mullen was his name.
Fada Melvin.
Father Mullen.
It sounds like a Cagney movie. Fada Melvin.
Oh, Mullen, Mullen.
Yeah. And what did he do? He beat the shit out of you, right?
He would grab kids, right? Because one day.
Where?
Here's what happened one day by mistake.
So this segment, by the way, is getting to know Mike. All right. So go ahead.
We were watching the film of the crucifixion. And in those days, they had like a slide show, like beep, you'd hear bleep. I was so tired, I fell asleep during the thing.
You fell asleep during the crucifixion?
With a film of it, right?
Well, I mean, that's
So,
not.
yeah,
I mean, come on.
No, but when I wake
What
up.
if Mary Magdalene?
Yeah,
had
but
done it?
listen what happened. When I woke up, I went like this. I went like this. At the end
Clapping?
of it, and
You're
the
go-
nun
wow,
freaked.
there it is.
Hey, Dave.
You're interrupting one of the greatest stories of all time.
Not really a great story, but
Mike Bocchetti getting the shit kicked out of him by a nun in Catholic school. The
yes.
great Dave Attell
Hey,
is
Dave.
here.
Hi, guys.
What's
How are
up,
you?
Dave?
What an honor again to be on one of the first podcasts again.
Are you saying I have a lot of reinventions of my
I like it. You're constantly breaking the mold and restarting it.
Do you think
but
there's
I'm excited for this one. What's this one called?
This one's called Artie Lange's Halfway House.
Oh, okay. I like that.
With Mike Bocchetti. Yeah, the premise is a lot of the people in the halfway house, if I can get them as guests that I met in the halfway house. A lot of
I
the
like
fellas,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second chances.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about.
This is my 15th chance.
Well-
Now, do you know Mike well? Do you know Mike Bocchetti?
I really only met him several times through you, and then I guess probably about 50 times in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, so Mike, tell Dave, because Dave
okay.
loves when people talk to him about his career.
I first met Dave back. I first seen Dave back in 1993 at Boston.
Oh, okay.
I was doing comedy
in
about
Boston,
a year.
the Boston Comedy
Boston
Club.
Comedy downtown. I was a new comic only a year. I should have never even been auditioned that early on.
Right.
Dave went on, and I never seen anybody killed like that.
Wow.
Say, Dave?
Hey.
Now, how
I
does
like
that make
Mike.
you feel? How does that
No,
make
but
you
Dave,
feel?
you shook the house. You did a bitch about Amish people and saying they're not going to.
Whoa, easy. Today's climate.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get me too'd at this point.
I don't want to get me to it.
He's going to get me Jude for that.
But Mike, I'll say this: I've always thought that you're due, and I think this is it. This is going to be it, and it's going to be good.
Now, Dave,
Thank
going along with the reinvention thing, Dave has always asked me if we should do a tribute to my old phone numbers. Is that what you think?
Yes, I was going to wait for Russ to come in, but Artie, I think you probably have some kind of Guinness record on the number of numbers ever. How many numbers do you think you've had, Artie?
In my life, probably at least like 80.
Yeah.
80. I mean, in the last well, the premise is, and I'll tell you why, because I meet a lot of scumbag people in my life, like dealers and bookies. So the premise is, and also comics I don't want to talk to, but the premise is I get them out of my life if I change my number. It never really worked.
I totally understand that, but the numbers would change so frequently, almost within an hour, there's a new number. And a guy would go like, stop calling me. But the best part would be, he's not lying when he says that the scumbags and the whatever, because I've seen him on the street give his number out to a homeless man who doesn't have a phone nor shoes. And I'll go, here's my number, just in case you need anything. Very, very kind.
There was that homeless guy in front of the cellar, in front of the comedy cellar.
Which one?
well,
there's a cast of characters there now.
I think like about 2 years ago that I gave the guy $100 and I said, go get me a pizza.
Yeah. Yes.
And then if you come back, I'll give you another 100 if you bring the pizza. And then I left to go do whatever, and the guy delivered the pizza to the cellar. He said, "I have a pizza for Artie Lange." Do you remember the black homeless guy? Am I being redundant?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
But I do remember the pizza incident because it sat on the steps in front of the cellar for like an hour or two.